time for our Europe haul. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and to post videos every week. Okay, so if you have not been following more recently, we just got back from 3 weeks in Europe. We had a friend's wedding there, we had our own wedding there, and we also did like a mini moon in Sicily. So obviously we did a little bit of shopping. Less shopping than honestly I expected, obviously because we had a wedding to pay for, but I am so excited to share with you guys everything that we did. I also wanted to give you guys a full review on the Florence outlet called The Mall. I know when I say The Mall, it's kind of hard to follow, but it's literally called The Mall. So let's start with the shopping vlog there and my review, and then we'll get into everything I got.
Hello guys, so today we are going to the Florence outlets, The Mall. It's about 40 minutes outside of Florence, and they do have direct buses, which is really nice. It's 15 euros round trip, and we did go first thing in the morning. She for sure had the biggest store, but I feel like most of their selections were either older style or outlet specific items. I was surprised to see that they do have like some horse fit and some like bamboo, which is like relatively newer, but I haven't seen a lot of these styles like in the stores on the websites themselves. I feel like they had a lot of outlet specific items, which is why like the pricing and like price comparison isn't as clear, because they can really just make it up and like say what the price is. Like this is an outlet specific item, and I believe the retail price for this is 9.75 like retail euros, and then you do get the VAT refund back, which I believe is 12%. But to my knowledge, this bag never sold in Gucci retail stores, so like, is that really the retail price? I don't know. Compared to the Soho Disco, this was actually sold in the stores. And I remember this being around like $900 to $1,000 before it was discontinued. And I believe now it's like 975 euros as well. Okay, moving over to the shoe section. They had a huge selection of both men's and women's shoes. Personally, not all my taste, but they do have like some more classic shoes. Like these are about half off. They also had a ton of heels. I try to pull more classic, quote unquote, like normal shoes. These are 280 euros compared to 620. They do have some heels, but they also have some that are just like a little bit out there. I do really like this style. I don't know that I would get it in hot pink, but these were 425, so about like half off compared to retail. Like these are really cute, but like would I ever buy them? No. The special pricing was also god awful in my opinion. I do remember this pink Gucci bag being released less than a year ago, or maybe a year ago, and I made a TikTok on it, and it was 1,000 USD. So I have a hard time believing that this bag was actually 980 euros, but that's fine. Now let's move on to Prada. I feel like Prada had a ton of accessories. They had a ton of bags, sunglasses, ready-to-wear shoes. This store was also lumped in with Miu Miu. They did also have outlet-specific items. Like I've never seen this bag in a quilted material before. Personally, for me, if I'm only saving like 200 bucks, I'd rather just get the original reedition. I think that that has a little bit of a better resale value. Not that like you're buying the plan on resale, but it's kind of just a safety net. I remember this Clio from previous seasons, and I feel like this is actually a really good deal. It's more than half off of the original price. I do think these wallet on chains make for really good like first designer handbags, and of course they had a ton of ready to wear and accessories. I also remember this little summer like gingham bag from last year. They do have a puffy style right now, which currently retails for 1750 euros, and I think this colorway is super cute, but nothing really like spoke to me. So we're heading over to Montclair. I don't know if I went in just with like too high expectations, but even if something at Montclair was 30% off, I don't know that I would necessarily buy it unless I really wanted it. Now we're heading to YSL. They were probably the most strict in terms of filming, and they had very limited bags, or they're very seasonal, like shearling, velvet, all of those very seasonal. If you're looking for like the newer styles from YSL, like that shoulder bag, hobo bag, like you're not gonna find it. Most of the styles that they did have were a bit older. Thing with Bottega, they did have a lot more older styles. I want to say like the Arco Toe is probably one of the newer styles that they have. They either have older styles or very bold colors, I would say. This clutch was actually really cute. I think this is an older style, but they do have really pretty colors available. And then they have, I believe this is the candy size for the crossbody. crossbody. However, I was very impressed with all the shoe selections that they had at Bottega. Jimmy Choo was one of my favorites. I feel like they had the best selection. They had some new styles or current styles, and they didn't have it in just like ugly colors as well, and a huge collection of bridal shoes. So if you are getting married, this would be a great opportunity to get some bridal shoes. I did pop in a Fendi as well. Nothing really spoke to me except for this like stupidly tiny peekaboo. I thought this was so adorable, but it fit absolutely nothing. And I believe it retailed for around like $700. Last stop was Celine. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed. They didn't have any Triomphe styles. They mainly had the belt bag and the box bag. All of the bags were 35% off.
I know I got a lot of questions kind of either in like TikTok, Instagram, like different platforms on like how I know something is outlet specific. And it really comes down to the fact that I'm chronically online. I'm constantly scrolling on TikTok. I'm constantly just looking at the designers' websites. I'm going into stores. I'm talking to sales associates. So I kind of know when something is outlet specific. So I did see a Prada like re-edition, but it was kind of quilted, and they don't make this at the regular store. I've never seen this at the regular store, and I believe that was an outlet specific item. Gucci is one of those brands that I feel like had the most outlet specific items. The thing with outlet specific items in my experience is that they don't have the best resale value. I know a lot of people don't go into buying things, like especially designer items, looking for return on investment, you know, but it's nice to know that you kind of have that safety net should you decide you don't want that item anymore. And with the outlet specific items, because you can't find it online, you can't really compare it to like online, there's not a ton of reviews on it, it is a little bit harder to sell unless you sell for a very good price. I will say YSL had probably the worst selection in my opinion. They had very limited bags. A lot of the bags were shearling or like winter styles, and I'm kind of confused why they're selling this in the summer. Like, wouldn't you wait until it's winter again? The pricing was not terrible. They had the Rive Gauche tote, which was actually a tote that I was eyeing a couple years ago until I tried it on and it was too big on me. But I believe at the time it was $1,000. Now it's probably costs like $2,000, and it was selling at the store for 1,000 euros. Celine is also another one that I was a little bit disappointed by. My friend actually told me she went to the Celine outlet a couple years ago and she found this beautiful exotic piece there for like $5,000. And I think because of that, I did have higher expectations going into the Celine outlet. Little did I know that store is so small. It's like in the very back of the outlet. So there's like the main part of the outlet, and then you kind of like walk across like a bridge, and then it's kind of like in the back side of the outlet, also really close to where you claim the VAT refund. They didn't have any Triomphe styles in bags, SLGs, and it was just a very small store. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm really not the type of person to make impulse purchases. Not having anything really speak to me was kind of my sign to not buy anything. And I feel like, and this is just my observation, I feel like they maybe raise the original price at the outlet, which is not unheard of. They do that here too, where they raise the original price of the item, and then they give it a bigger discount, and they're like, oh my God, now it's 50% off, now it's 30% off, whatever, banking on the fact that people don't really know or understand how much the original price actually is. So you're saving about 30 to 40% shopping at this outlet, but I also feel like you're saving about 25 to 30% shopping in Europe compared to the US at like the regular retail stores anyways. So personally for me, I would rather save a little bit less money, but get the item that I actually want at the retail store compared to settling and getting something that I'm kind of just like, about at the outlet store to save a little bit more money. I actually found this out a couple months ago, and I probably should have just done this instead. A lot of the brands at the outlet have what they call like mail to order. The only brands that I think don't do this is YSL and Gucci, where you can WhatsApp the brands. You go on the website and you'll click on the certain brand that you want to shop at, Bottega, Celine, most of them have it. And you can just WhatsApp the brand, and that will connect you to a sales associate that's directly at that location at the mall. And you can ask like what styles they have available, if to keep something out for you, to send it to you. I'm not entirely sure how the VAT refund works in that case. I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you don't get it. So if anyone's done this, let me know. Personally, would have rather done that and spend the other half a day back in Florence because I really don't feel like the outlet was worth my time, like going back and forth to. The entire day trip took about like 5 hours. We got back around like 2 o'clock and it just really wasn't that enjoyable. There wasn't a ton of like food places to eat at. Overall, like a very quiet mall, and you're really only there to shop, and I just don't feel like the deals and like the items that they had available warranted like a 5-hour day trip when I could have been spending that same amount of time eating good food, relaxing, walking around the city in Florence. So with that said, let's get into everything that we got. These are all not from the outlet. I'll kind of talk about like where I got it, how much I saved, you know, you guys know the whole shebang. And then there's actually 2 items that one of them I actually received on my way home. So it was waiting for me when I got home. And then one item I picked up right before I went on my trip and have yet to unbox for you guys. So I am just so excited. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, starting with the cheapest is this from Goyard. I'm sure you can tell by the very small bag packaging. This is an SLG. My husband now, which is still so weird to say, he's been wanting a card holder for a while. He's been using the same leather Louis Vuitton wallet since 2019, which is something that we got in Italy together. And like sometimes you don't need a full-size wallet, you know? He's very much like a low-key leather goods person. And I went shopping with Christina and her husband. Dan went to go take care of some stuff at the hotel, and there was no line at Goyard, which is crazy because I waited an hour and a half at that same location less than 1 year ago. Of course, we went inside and I took a look at the card holders, and this is the one that I picked up. I actually had no idea if he wanted it or not. I'm going to be honest. I texted him. He didn't respond. So then I just got it. And I was like, well, worst case scenario, if he doesn't want it, it matches my bag and I can keep it. I don't exactly know how much it costs in the US. You know how Goyard is not very like open about their pricing online, but I believe this is around $450, maybe $500. I got this for 350 euros. With the VAT refund, I ended up saving 32%. It is a canvas card holder for like the most part, so hopefully it's a little bit carefree. We'll see if he likes it. If he doesn't like it, then I guess I have another card holder. Moving over to Celine. I have been wearing these my entire trip, and I'm so glad I picked them up when I did. So obviously Celine, if you couldn't tell, this is a pair of sunglasses. And I have been eyeing these sunglasses for like maybe 2 weeks before I left, like really not that long. And I just like, I think I was looking up reviews on TikTok. And you know when you start looking up things on TikTok and it like starts shoving down every video of like Celine Triomphe sunglasses, you will constantly see it. And I just felt like I kept seeing them. And I'm like, you know what? I think I should get these. So I popped into the Milan store. They actually didn't have it right away. And they said they just received a shipment of them and to like go to lunch, come back, and they'll like have it ready for me. So these are the sunglasses that I got. I kind of love them. They fit very well on my face. It's like a tad tight here, but like nothing crazy. I love that it has a nose bridge so it doesn't fall down on my face and it doesn't touch my cheek. And of course, the best part is it comes with a little leather pouch slash bag, if you wanted to call it a bag. In terms of savings, these retail for $550 plus, of course, 10% sales tax. In Europe, these were 450 euros. So after the VAT refund and everything, I ended up saving 29%, which in my opinion is a steal. Okay, moving on to my next pair of shoes. I actually did not keep these. I remember my best friend slash maid of honor was eyeing these shoes a couple months ago, and I asked her, I was like, hey, like, did you get them? We're in Europe, you might as well get them now. And I think based on just where she was going and like how she was traveling, it wasn't feasible for her to pop in a Gucci store. So I was like, okay, like if you want them and they have them, I'll get them for you. These shoes are literally so stunning. These shoes were 1,190 US dollars before tax. They're 990 euros, which gave us a total savings of 28%. I have no idea if she likes them. I have no idea if they're comfortable, but she did get them and I've already passed them off to her. Therefore, they are not included in this. Another pair of Gucci shoes that we did pick up. I practically had to force Dan to get these. I feel like I've been looking at these shoes for a couple years. And I know it sounds a little bit crazy to say, but when you've kind of gotten used to how expensive designer items cost, $1,000 for a pair of shoes is really like, it's not that bad. And he is very much a simple person, like does not have designer items. I think the only designer item he has is his Louis Vuitton wallet and maybe that Goyard card holder if he decides to keep it. Otherwise, he's really just like a very simple person. And so it was a struggle to try to get him to buy these shoes. And I just really liked how they looked on him. And these were actually 22% duty free because we picked these up at the airport. So these originally cost $1,000 US. So after tax, it would have been maybe like $1,100 here in the US. It retails in Europe for 820 euros. So because we had the duty free, saving us a full 22%, these were maybe 650 or 680 bucks, giving us a 36% savings. So here they are. He's already worn them. We actually were home for a couple days and then went off to Seattle for another wedding. So he actually wore these to the wedding. So they're kind of gross ready. I'm not confident that he's going to take very good care of them, but it's fine. Moving over to my last purchase on the trip. I have been looking for a jacket like this for a couple years, and I was waiting for Prada to release something, and they really haven't been releasing anything like this in the past couple of seasons. So if you can tell, it is a ready-to-wear piece. This is my first Prada ready-to-wear piece. And because I was waiting for so long and they just like weren't releasing it in a beige or a white or anything like that, I kind of almost like gave up. I was like, maybe I should just get the black. Maybe I should just get the black and like at least, you know, have that jacket and enjoy it while I still have it, you know. And when I came across the store in Florence, they had it in white. This is a cropped denim jacket. She is so cute. I love how you can dress this up, dress this down. Absolutely adorable. This currently retails in the US. They don't even have the white one on the website, but this currently retails in the US for $2,150 before tax. It was 1,600 euros before the VAT refund. And after the VAT refund and everything, I believe this saved me 36% getting it in Europe over getting it in the US. I mean, how cute is this? I just feel like this matches my everyday wardrobe. This is gonna match like even the dress that I'm wearing today. And I can't wait to wear it. I know we're all wondering how the hell I went all the way to Europe and did not come back with a handbag, which is a little bit crazy for me. I usually come back with something, if not more than one. And the reason is I was actually eyeing 3 bags in Europe. I was looking mainly for the Bottega Mini Vanity pouch, the new one that just came out in the color Sea Salt. And everywhere I looked, they did not have it. Whether they didn't want to sell it to me or they didn't have it, they just did not have this bag. And I was like, you know what? It's not meant to be. The other item I was actually looking for is the Louis Vuitton Nano Capucine. They released a nano size maybe earlier this year, and they mainly do this size in exotic leather. From what I've seen, a lot of ostrich. And I just love this size more than the mini Capucine. And I was like, if I can find this in the colorway that I'm looking for, in calfskin leather, because I just like don't like ostrich. I don't like the bumpiness of ostrich. I'm gonna get it. They did not have this bag. And then the last one, I was so close to getting this. I thought it would be so cute if I got a matching bag to Sarah's shoes. I came across the crystal mini Jackie from Gucci at the airport. So this is when we were like getting dance shoes, and I fell in love with this bag. I was looking for a light pink bag. I think when I was doing my like handbag wish list for this year, it was going to be a light blue bag and a light pink bag. And I love this bag. It was so beautiful. It was also a huge discount. I believe that bag currently retails for like $6,500 here in the US, and it was like just under 4,000 euros because it was 22% duty free. And I was shocked. I was like, this is such an amazing deal. I have to get it. And as I was examining the bag, one of the crystals has already fallen off. And I personally cannot justify spending that much money on a bag and having it immediately go to repair. The sales associate was saying, she was like, don't worry about it. They'll probably repair for free. It'll be gone for a couple weeks, you know, whatever. And then you'll get your bag back. But like, I personally cannot justify spending anything more than $1,000 and having it not be perfect. Of course, he didn't have another one. She was like, this is the only one that we have in Italy. So I just took that as this is not the right time. Beautiful bag, but just not the right time, and hopefully another one comes across my way eventually. However, before I left for Italy, I did pick up a bag at Bloomingdale's, and I'm actually really glad that I got this. If you've been following me on TikTok or Instagram, this bag could be no surprise to you. I actually got this right before the Bottega price increase. This was $2,200 before the price increase, and it increased to $2,400. I was talking to my sales associate actually at Bottega, and she was saying this bag has been flying off the shelves recently, so I'm glad I picked it up. This is the Bottega Mini Wallis. You can wear this as a shoulder bag, just like this. And of course, you'll wear it with just like a little top handle like this. I will be doing a full review on this bag and comparing it to the Bottega Mini Jodi. Okay, last but certainly not least, the little present that's been waiting for me at home is this from Songmont. If you have watched any of my wish list videos in the last 2 years, you will know this bag has been on my wish list for legitimately 2 years. I am so glad I finally got this, and the color is what really intrigued me from the beginning, and obviously all of the different ways you can wear this bag. So this is the Songmont Luna. I would say this is quite comparable to the Pelen Numero 10, which is the number 10, and I'll do a full review if you guys are interested in that. But this, here she is. So another crescent shaped bag, and I know you're like, Celesta, homegirl, do you really need another shoulder bag? And the answer is probably no. But this is just the most beautiful jade color. I've been really into kind of this like muted green recently. I feel like it's not doing it justice on camera. I swear it's more beautiful in person. And I love that you can wear this as a shoulder bag. So you just attach the straps like this. And there you have beautiful shoulder bag, stays on your shoulder. It's relatively thin, so I don't feel like when you're putting your arm down, it's like uncomfortable to wear. This bag also comes with an adjustable crossbody strap. So in case you don't want to wear it as a shoulder bag, you can wear it just as with the crossbody strap. My favorite part about this bag, and I think the way that I probably wear it the most, because I do have a lot of shoulder bags, how freaking cute is that? So now she's a little evening bag. So, I mean, I guess she's quite comparable to the Bottega Mini Jodi, but I love that you can wear this just as a little top handle like this. I have also seen people on TikTok take this strap, put it around like this, and then they wear it on their wrist like this. So there's just so many different ways you wear this bag. I am so obsessed with it. I think this color is stunning. The leather is beautiful. It is a lot less structured than the Pelen one. The leather is a lot softer, and so I just cannot wait to use this. We also can't forget some of the not luxury items that we picked up. So first off, I picked up this tote from Sicily and Taormina. I just love the little lemon details, and I feel like that was such a good like souvenir for our mini moon. We usually don't pick up that many souvenirs. We also picked up some candies. I love these lemon candies. We picked up more of these candies. I believe there's like pistachio in here. I don't remember what was inside, but we tried it in the store, and of course we got suckered into buying them. I picked this out for Dan because this is his first time wearing a piece of jewelry, aka his wedding band. It's just a little lemon dish, super cute, obsessed. And then the last thing we picked up, which is another piece of ceramic. Oh, I guess I picked up two things. Little fruit toothpicks. And then we also got a dish to hold our like spatula and like stuff like that. So overall, a lot of lemons, a lot of lemon themed items, but super cute. And I actually really like this tote and I can't wait to use it. Okay, so that sums it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions about shopping in Europe, VAT refund. I have a couple videos on it that I'll leave in the description box below. But if any of the videos don't answer your questions, I'll be sure to answer them in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!